Okay, so I'm going to just kind of show you the last part of this. This is part two. So we're going to fill this in a little more. I'm going to add a building here. Again, just following the same steps. So I drew the first corner, the front corner. And now I am connecting the bottom and the top to both vanishing points. Remember, you don't need to draw the whole line. You can go until you think you're going to end it. And now I'm going to just draw the left edge and the right edge. That's going to give me, again, the kind of back edges, and I connect those to the vanishing points, and I am good to go. Okay, now here I'm going to actually kind of mix it up. I'm going to extend these sides and the corners, and I'll draw this a little lighter. But what I'll do here, I'll put kind of a cylinder. So I'm going to make the box first, again, kind of just following the same steps. And I'll erase this horizon in the middle. And this is, again, going to give me sort of a guide. Now I want to use those sides. And I'm going to draw the top here. So I'll again, connect the side corners. Sorry, I'm blocking your view, but connecting those side corners just so we can get a top face. And now I'm going to kind of split this in half by drawing some lines that divide this top of the building. And I'm going to fit a circle in perspective. Obviously, it's very flattened because it's in perspective. So if you draw that, just kind of project a circle on that top face. And then I'm going to find the kind of farthest edge of that circle, and I'm going to draw those lines straight up. And that's going to be the side edges of the cylinder. And I'm going to draw it up until I hit that top face on the top of that invisible box. And then I can just kind of draw the top edge of that cylinder. That can get tricky. If you don't quite get that, that's okay. And you can just keep yours a little more simple. Let's talk about scale here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm drawing a little person, just like a sort of a shadow of one and silhouette shape of one. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because I just want to get the size of a person. And that's going to determine the rest of the sizes of the sort of details that I'm going to put in here, the doorways, the windows. You do want to think about scale, the relationship of the different objects in your scene. So what I would do again is sort of establish how big a person is. Obviously that's going to also then help you figure out how big a door needs to be. And from there you can kind of just draw things using your vanishing points, as I'm doing here with these doors. And then as long as you are close to it, it doesn't have to be exact, but it should be close, and you should think about how big things are. How big is a street? How big is a sidewalk? How big is a window? How big is a door in relationship to each other? So try to keep that consistent throughout your drawing. Now, so what I'll do here is you can just sort of watch what I do. I'm going to add a few more details to some of the buildings. I'm going to also ink a lot more of the drawing that I've done. You do eventually want to come in with a pen just to darken your lines and kind of get those details. And so you'll see me sort of, sometimes I'll sketch it out with a pencil first, and sometimes I'm just going to go straight in with a pen when I know what I'm doing. So you can just kind of follow along and watch. And here I go. So that is all for now. I'll show you the finished version eventually, but you want to go ahead and once you have your kind of base objects down, start adding those details in perspective, inking it, and eventually what you want to have is sort of a city block that shows a little bit of life, a little bit of detail, and then you're good to go. Let me know if you have any questions.